Hi, I'm Jason Miller with the Ringo Telephone Company. I'm going to show you how to set up your Roku box. For this process, you're going to need a computer, whether it be a laptop or a desktop, for setting up the Roku box and also setting up your Netflix account. You'll need that nearby because you're going to have to enter some codes that the Roku box is going to give you. So the first thing you're going to do, here's the remote. You have a back button here where it'll take you back to the previous screen or take you out a current movie or something like that. Here it takes you looks like a picture of a house. It is actually the home button, and you can hit that. It takes you back to the home screen of the Roku main screen. And then you have the up, down, left, and right buttons here to navigate, and an OK button as the select button. At the bottom here, you also have a fast forward and a rewind button with play and pause. And so, like I said, I'm going to walk you through the process of setting up the Roku box. So when you first plug it in, you're going to get this screen telling you welcome to Roku, and just basically, tells you to get started. So we're going to hit the OK button to go ahead and get started. And it says let's begin by connecting your Roku to your wireless network. And the reason why it says that, I'm sure you've noticed after you hook up the box, it is wireless only. So you must have a wireless router in your house in order to connect the Roku box. So once you go ahead and hit continue, it's going to start searching for networks. And your personal home network should already be named either the name of your router, like i.e. if it's a Linksys router, it'll probably be named Linksys. If you've actually went up and set up the wireless security on it and actually changed your wireless name, it'll probably be whatever you've named it, your last name, whatever it may be. The one we're going to be connecting to right now is actually called wireless, so we're going to connect to that. And as you can see on this screen, it's basically saying that this one is secured. It's a secure network, and I need to enter the network password. So I'm going to do that now. Okay, and once you actually connect to your wireless area, you'll see that it goes to the three dots, showing that everything's connected right. If you get a red dot, there's a problem, and it will tell you that maybe some steps to take to try to connect. But like I said, you should get the three dots once you're connected, showing that everything's connected as far as to your wireless network, your local network, and then the internet. And then when you first hook up the box, it's going to need to update because there's quite a few updates since the box has been released, so it wants to get you on the latest version of the software that it's on. So we're going to upgrade the firmware on it, and we're just going to hit continue. And it will say, please wait, your Roku player will restart after the update is installed. So it's got a progress bar or percentage there showing you exactly where it's at and that it is working. So you don't want to hit anything on the remote right now, don't want to turn the box off or anything like that, just let it go through its process of updating the software. On this point on this screen right here, it's going to be activate your Roku. You're going to need to go to your computer and go to roku.com/link. You're just going to type that into your browser address bar and go to that, and you're going to enter the following code that shows on your screen. Once you do that, it should ask you if you're already a member of Roku, if you already have an account, or if you're not, you can set up a new account for your Roku box. And once you do that process, it should load up on your screen automatically. And once that does that, it's going to go through the channel update. As far as adding channels, it's going to be installing Netflix and a lot of the other apps like Hulu Plus, Amazon Prime, and just basically putting the channel line up for your Roku box. This will take a few minutes. Once it's done loading the channels, you'll get a screen that says you're done. Everything looks good. Let's start streaming. So you're going to hit OK here. And this is your first look at the main screen for Roku as far as the channel store where you can add channels. I'll get into that in just a minute. But the main thing I want to get into is the Netflix. And just kind of scroll right here. You'll have Netflix. You got Amazon if you're an Amazon Prime member through Amazon.com. And also Hulu Plus, which is another kind of streaming app like Netflix that does only TV shows. Usually it has if a TV show came on that was a new episode tonight, it's usually on there within a couple hours to 24 hours, something like that. It's on Hulu where you can watch it if you missed it. And it's already got some of the channels here that are either free or you have to actually have an account that's maybe not a paid account, but you got at least a sign up for account for some of the other channels here. But like I said, the main thing I want to get into is the Netflix. So you're going to hover over Netflix and you're going to hit OK. And it's going to ask you, are are you a member of Netflix? Which, if you're not, you're going to need to go to netflix.com and actually set up your account you can actually set it up on your Roku. I'm already a member, so I'm going to go ahead and hit yes. And it's going to ask me for my member sign-in. And once you enter your username, or your member sign-in, which is usually, it's got to be your email address, it's going to ask you for your password. Okay, and once you actually get your password in there, the next screen will say you're connected to Netflix. You can now browse movie and TV. We're going to hit OK on the start there. And it's going to start retrieving your instant queue, which is basically what you can go on your computer and actually set that up. You can basically pull movies in and TV shows into your instant queue. That way you don't have to search for anything in the future that you might want to watch, or a show that you're currently watching and you want to stay on that show. You can drag in like The Office, Star Trek the movie, whatever else into your instant queue. Again, you have to do that on your computer, logged into netflix.com. Once you're inside here, you can actually scroll down using the arrow keys on the remote, and after you go down from there, you got the search feature, which once you go inside here, you can search by spelling out the movie or TV show you're wanting to watch. So as you hit A, on the right hand side, it starts bringing up a list of suggestions that maybe in your search criteria that you're doing. So as you spell out the movie, it will pull up more and more suggestions. So let's say if we're looking for A Knight's Tale, it's already right there, and so instead of spell it all the way out, you can just scroll over to the right and actually hit OK right here, and it'll actually pull up A Knight's Tale for you to select. But if you want to exit out of this screen, you'll just hit the back button, which is the arrow pointing to the left. You'll just hit that one time, and it takes you back out to the main screen of Netflix. You can scroll down, and this shows your recently watched, what you recently just watched as far as the movies and TV shows. Here it's got the top 10 for you that they recommend for you. This is based on movies and genre of TV shows and movies that you watch. Also, if you watch a movie and you thought it was really, really good and you rated it like 5 stars, then it will say, okay, well, you really liked this movie, so here's another movie that's in that same type genre or what it's about. And then it breaks it down into different kind of like genre movies, like scary, supernatural movies, gritty movies, crime. So it kind of breaks it down into like different things you might like. And as you scroll on down, it's actually even got a selection here of new movies that they just added to the Netflix queue, and also right below that, the new arrivals for TV. So there's a lot of things you can do in here, and it makes it really simple as far as once you get in here to navigate and find movies that you're wanting to watch. And it basically gives you like a star rating on each one. If you'll see there in the cartoon box, it pops up. It gives this one basically 4.5 stars. So, if you're not sure if that's something you really want to watch or if it's any good or what other people may rate it, that basically shows you that, a lot of people really enjoyed this TV series. And you can keep scrolling down and basically, like I said, it takes you through the different genre, documentaries, dramas, that kind of stuff. At this point, we're going to hit back on the remote and go back out. And this should take us back to the main Roku screen where all your channels are. Here, again, like I was showing you earlier, where you can go through the different channels it's already loaded. And like I said, some of these are free, completely free. There's no charge as far as that kind of thing. But there are some that are free, but you still have to set up an account with them, meaning you have to activate the channel on that particular website. So one in particular here that we'll go to, which I know is free, is break.com. And here, this basically is like sort of like a YouTube type channel where you can go in and like search for different types of videos that people have uploaded, sort of like a YouTube type deal. There's also like a gallery of different pictures, that kind of stuff, movie trailers. That's just one in many channels that you can get on the Roku box. But going back to the main screen of the Roku screen here, there's also HBO to go. So if you have HBO that you're subscribed to through your old or current TV provider, basically you can go on to HBO to go, sign up, and you can actually watch episodes of shows that come on HBO or movies that are on HBO. You can do it there. But to go to the channel store, this is where you can actually go in and actually purchase more channels or download more channels. Like I said, most of the channels are free. Some are paid for, where you have to actually pay for them. And they break them up into like featured, just different, sort of like Netflix when you're looking at Netflix movies and TV shows. It breaks it up to like, new ones that have just been released, and it's constantly updating on Roku. They're adding channels every single week. You should be able to see a new channel that's been added. It has the most popular, which are most popular for people who have Roku, what they recommend. They got top rated ones that get really high reviews that they recommend people download for their Roku box. And so we'll just kind of download one real quick. Here's one that says Weather Us. So we'll go ahead and hit Add Channel, and now it's adding it. And at this point, you can tell it, if you decide, that this is not really a channel that I wanted to add, you can scroll down right here and tell it to remove channel, and that will take the channel off. Or once you've actually downloaded that channel, you can just say for it to go to that channel. And it's updating the channel right now, which is very common when you download a new channel. It's got to apply the updates to the new channel. And right here on this one, this is a weather one. It's wanting to know your zip code, so that way it can give you the current weather location for, since we're in Ringgold, we're going to put in Ringgold zip code. You don't have to hit done or anything else. As you get to the last fifth digit of that zip code that you're typing in, it's going to start pulling up the current weather for that location, which in this case is Ringgold. And you can see that it's got, the 5-day forecast with temperatures and that kind of stuff, and basically gives it. And this, like, again, this is a free channel. Just took a matter of seconds to download it and to get the information that we wanted on there, which is the weather in Ringgold. So, and again, there's a lot of channels like this, that have movies, music, weather, news, religious channels, that kind of stuff. So just give it a try, and I think you'll enjoy your Roku box.